Hello everyone, this is Richard from Enrigid Math here, bringing you a video on completing the square using alternative methods. In this case, the alternative method I'm going to be using is actually a formula. This formula was taught to me many years ago by a math teacher that I had who was an AP math teacher back in my high school. So he was a really brilliant guy and he knew a lot of alternative methods to solving things. So this one, like a lot of people don't know, but since completing the square, most people just use the regular method and stuff like that. But my math teacher is a really brilliant man, and he was actually able to come up with this formula on the spot by sort of analyzing the processes and steps involved in completing the square. So let's just get to it. But first, I'm gonna just divide the two methods so that you can actually get a clear picture that this works both ways. So I'm gonna use the first method, which is the regular completing the square. And then I'll show it to you using a formula afterwards, right? So let's just complete the square normally. So when you complete the square normally, let's just factor out the 3 here, right? So remember, when you complete the square, you have to bracket off the first two terms, right? So then you just go, okay, this is going to be 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. I'm just rewriting it just to organize it. And then afterwards, I'll just factor out the 3. So it's just 3 x squared minus 4x plus 7. And then what you do is, remember, when you complete the square, you have to take this term divided by 2 and square it. So you're going to take the negative 4 divided by 2 and then square it, which is going to be actually plus 4, right? Because it's going to be negative 4 divided by 2. That's a 2, right? That's 2 and then squared. So then that's actually equal to 4 over here. So it becomes 3x squared minus 4x. And then remember, you have to do plus 4 and then minus 4 and then plus 7. So then what we do is we want to bring the negative 4 out, but then you want to multiply by 3, so it becomes 3x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then we're going to do the 3 times negative 4, so plus 3 times negative 4, and then plus 7. Remember, you want to just be able to factor and think of what two numbers add to negative 4 and then multiply to 4. So actually this is just going to be like x minus 2 squared when you factor it, and then this 3 times negative 4, it's minus 12 plus 7. So it's going to be, at the end here, we've completed the square, and it's 3x minus 2 squared minus 5. So as you can see, we were able to complete the square for this, right? Now, in the second method, so this method uses a formula. So why am I introducing this? Well, I've noticed that a lot of students sometimes they struggle with factoring in grade 10, especially because they came in with weak numeracy skills. So this is like an alternative method that doesn't really require factoring because of the weak numeracy skills that they probably came into grade 10 with. So let's just so this alternative method, you do have to memorize the formula. It is rather long, but it's sort of like at least students will be able to complete the square, right? So in this case, you have this. So this was a really brilliant formula that my teacher uh, discovered like many years ago, right? So it's sort of like not known to a lot of people, but it is. I guess that's what makes it kind of math interesting, right? Because there's a lot of things that people can discover and figure out. So this is sort of like the math dark arts, if you will, where uh, sometimes there's like a lot of secrets and stuff that can be found. But anyways, let's just use this formula. So in this case, in our polynomial, the a and the b and the c. Oh, so this is the a, the b, and the c, right? So we know our 3 is going to be our a, our b is going to be the negative 12, and our c is our 7, right? So let's just write a equals to 3, b equals to negative 12, and then c equals to 7, right? And then we can just plug these in. So let's do 3 x plus negative 12 divided by 2 times 3 and squared minus b squared, so negative 12 squared minus 4 times 3 times 7 over 2 4a. So, but our a was 3, so let's just plug that in. So now if we do the calculations quickly, let's see if we actually end up with the same answer as the one on our left side using the first method. So like let's just do this. So 3x, and then remember negative 12 over 2 times 3, that's gonna be 2, and squared, then minus, and then this is gonna be 144 minus 4 times 3 times 7. So if you do 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 7 is 84. So you have minus 84. And then you have 4 times 3, which is 12 here. And then you can see that this is going to be 3x minus 2 squared. 144 minus 84 is 60 over 12. And hey, look at that! You got the exact same answer using a different method, right? So we know that this method works. So I just wanted to show this method because I don't see a lot of videos about completing the square formula, and I figured that a lot of people would want something like this. So yeah, so that's it, and that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and see you later.